Why did I start photography? In short, I was bored. Now, for the slightly longer, more dramatic version, I landed in Vienna in 2022, straight from India for a new job. I arrived with blank pages because there was no time to do any homework about culture, traditions, people, or just everyday life in Austria. And suddenly, I was in a new world. My life had changed overnight, and the first chapter of the new saga was about to begin. Wait, before that, I did know two things about here. I was correcting people about it is Vienna, not Venice, and it is Austria, not Australia. And when I came here, I learned that it is also Wien and Österreich. By the way, the Austria thing is still going on. Here in Vienna, I got to meet this new thing called work life balance, and it was scary. As scary as it could be for someone whose answer to the question, so what is your hobby, has always been adaptive instead of honest. At school, I tailored my hobbies to whatever the teacher wanted to hear to get the best marks on essays. I never gave a genuine answer. Instead, I learned to adapt based on the context. The shape shifting list included, but was certainly not limited to, reading. I did read school books, drawing once a year for exams, sports, yes, but not that much, so almost honest, and gardening. I would sometimes take a look at the plants on our front door because they were at the front door. In college, the rule got some even more interesting additions. Your hobby should be productive, your hobby should represent your qualities, and the best one, how will your hobby be useful to the company you're applying to for your dream job? Out of frustration, I started saying that my hobby was playing video games, but apparently that's widely considered as a waste of time. So that too came quickly to an end. What happy school memories! When I finally arrived in Europe, alone, in a foreign city, country, and continent, along with the culture shock came the urge to fill my free time with more work, an idea that was instantly rejected in favor of another wise suggestion. Find a musical instrument you like and put your energy into learning how to play it. I was on board with the idea, except for the musical instrument part. Someone else should definitely do that. It sounds interesting. Strolling through the streets of Vienna brought something to life within me. During these aimless wanderings, trying to fill those metaphorical blank pages, I began to notice things, really notice them. Many people in Vienna, unlike almost everyone I knew, weren't perpetually sprinting towards some invisible finish line. They were taking a break in parks, at cafes, on those deceptively comfortable benches lining every street. They weren't in a hurry, and more than that, it felt like each of them had a story to tell. Meanwhile, polite requests for photos of Vienna turned into non negotiable demands. My family and friends back home, bless their skeptical hearts, stopped believing my elegant excuse after the second time I tried. Photos simply cannot capture the true beauty of this city. Apparently, that argument loses its charm when delivered over a blurry video call. In the end, it was all the fault of this work life balance. I was working, but there was no balance inside. In a moment of combined desperation and pseudo artistic revelation, a unique idea struck. I would capture the street life of Vienna. Why not? I looked it up, no one else was doing it. Well, sort of. So, this self appointed responsibility landed on my shoulders, and with it, finally came my honest answer to the question I could never genuinely answer before. So, what is your hobby? Well, that would be street photography. Suddenly, there was something exciting, something I could finally begin to fill those blank pages with. But the next deadline for photo requests was already looming on the horizon. So I looked at my still functioning phone camera, which by the way had better picture quality than all the cameras ever used to photograph UFOs, Bigfoots, and Loch Ness Monster combined. A true marvel of humble brag engineering. And soon came the time for an upgrade. Coming up, tales of unexpected gear obsessions, accidental artistic triumphs, and the never ending hunt for my first real photo. Stay tuned. Cheers.